Hello, my name is Danny Farrar. I am the president and co-founder of the nonprofit 22 Needs a Face, the nonprofit that exists to combat against the number of veterans that commit suicide every single day, and that staggering number is 22. We want to start a campaign here called that we're calling My Saddest Day campaign, and the purpose of it is for anyone that's out there that has reached their lowest point, that has reached their saddest day and attempted suicide. We're asking and calling for you to come out and tell the world about your day. And we also want you to use this as a chance to highlight how you can go from your saddest day and find the happiest days of your life. And so, as we all believe good leaders should in the military, you start by leading by example. And so, here's my saddest day. Mine really starts to kind of get built from back when I was a kid. I was adopted when I was 2 years old. I was molested by my brother and my sister, and I started having depression issues then when your parents don't want you and they give you up, and you don't feel like you fit in where you're at because you just seem totally different. No one quite understands you. It starts to have that toll on you. I wasn't great in school. Um, I graduated 146 out of 147. And when that goes down, schools aren't knocking on your door for you to come out, and I didn't have the money to pay to go anyway. So I go into the military, where I served over 9 years um, as an infantry paratrooper. And part of where I was at, I ended up getting assigned to the 3rd U.S. Infantry after I left the 82nd. And that put me next to the Pentagon on 9/11. So I took the first team in to remove remains. And when you go through that process and you sit beside the widow tent and you listen to them cry all night long, and you see the husband that gets handcuffs on and escorted out because he snuck in, and you carry a dead man out that you know is married because he's got a wedding band on his hand, it just takes a toll on you. And so I wanted to get deployed, and I get deployed, and I've been all over Iraq, gunning a 50 cal on a Humvee for security for VIPs. Lost a friend and saw others get hurt, and you come back different from that. Some people come back broken, and you don't really know why you're different or why you're broken, but you know something's there. And I end up, struggling. I end up homeless, um, and just making every bad decision you can make. And I start to find my feet a little bit. I can become a firefighter, um, but I'm struggling. I don't know what it is. I don't understand that I have the underlying depression. And so my first marriage falls apart, and I started a company that's now very successful. Back then, it was just starting off, and I was trying to make it a family company. And I was like, how can it be a family company when I can't keep a family? I don't have a family. I don't have anybody that talks or keeps up with me from back home. I haven't been home in years. My first attempt at marriage doesn't work. My Thanksgivings consist of eating turkey bratwurst with my dogs. You know, what can I tell anybody about family? And I go out and I start drinking, and I'm not much of a drinker. Uh, I'm a social butterfly. At least I want to be. I want people around me all the time. And I'm at this bar and no one's there that knows me or cares about me. And there's nothing sadder than being alone in a room full of people. And so I get even more depressed and more drunk, and I get out of there and I go home, and I just wanted to end. And so I started popping pain pills, and perfect storm of depression and depressants. And I tied a noose in the sheets and make a jump for it. And I don't know whether I was just really drunk and my knot tying skills are bad, or God had another plan for me. But my roommates find me, and I wake up the next morning in the hospital, and they admit me to the psych ward. And sitting in that pale white room with one bed and the painting of a lone palm tree, I felt like that lone palm tree on an island by myself with no one for miles. Um, but I ultimately decided to get help. And since I decided to get help, I found my way on the other side, and I now have the happiest days of my life. I own a thriving business with my business partner. We own 3 gyms, getting ready to open our fourth. I married the woman of my dreams who compliments me in every way, who lifts me up, motivates me, pushes me. And in just a few short weeks, she's going to give me my baby girl. And I'm going to get to know Riverwind Farrar. And if I didn't get help, I'd never get to say that name. I'd never get to have my own little baby girl. And so my challenge to everyone out there is that the real sign of strength is asking for help. The real sign of strength is having the courage to open that wound, to expose that raw nerve to people and admit that you need help. It's easy to hide away in your own pain. That's weak. That's the weakness. The strength is saying, here it is, and I'm messed up. I need it. But your brothers and your sisters are there, and they want to help you. So my challenge to all of you is this: if you've had your saddest day and you've made it past it, please share it. Please let your brothers and your sisters know through a video like this one that you can come back from it. You can find happiness. And even if you've never had your saddest day, please share this video so that hopefully maybe it comes across someone who is and encourages them to not give up, but to reach out and ask for help and let someone help you find your way through so that you can have your happiest day. Thanks.